What up, everybody? Let's talk about it. This is Bad Hair and His House. All right, y'all, I decided to do a little post-Halloween. Let's talk about these scary movies I saw this weekend. So last night I invited my friends over to the house. We had a good time, honey. We just ate, we talked. We watched some scary movies. It was a very small gathering, like less than a handful of people. And it was really nice. I enjoy Halloween. It is low-key my favorite holiday of the year. I miss dressing up. We used to go to this party in Houston they have at the Museum of Natural Science. It's this huge party. It's like my friend is a DJ, so he DJs there. If anybody is there in Houston, you know, shout out in the comments if you've been to the party, because I be going to the party. And it's like grown adults. There ain't no kids. Okay, everybody have costumes on, like it's so fun. So I do miss going to that event this year, but I decided to go ahead and watch a couple of scary movies, you know what I'm saying, to get myself in the mood, you know what I mean? So I go ahead and put my hair on. Hopefully it don't choke me when I go to bed tonight, to get ready for Bad Hair. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, as I don't want to mess it up for people who have not seen it. For people who have not seen it yet. So I just want to tell you what I thought about the movie and, you know, how I felt about it. So this movie is a satirical comedy / horror film about hair, weave. It's comment on, you know, weaving, how it plays our part in society and perception and all of those different things, right? I feel like it's important for us to first get out of our feelings, okay? Just because the movie makes a statement, it doesn't mean it makes a statement about you, okay? It's okay. Just because you wear a wig or a weave doesn't mean you don't love yourself and all that crazy stuff. And just because you do, or just because you don't wear a wig or weave doesn't mean you love yourself more than anybody else, okay? Let's get that out the way. But overall, I thought the movie was super entertaining. If you just want to have fun with your friends and laugh, they tried to touch on some serious things. I didn't think that worked as well as they tried to make it work, but I thought the movie was entertaining. If anything, it was very entertaining. So it's about this young lady. She works at a entertainment network, and it's kind of like a BET network, but it's called Culture. So the network is shifting and changing into this new atmosphere, and the new VP of Director of Programming or whatever is going to be Vanessa Williams' character. And so we see that James Van Der Beek, you know, Dawson, who would have thought, he slides on in there, right? And so he makes her the new director, and so a lot of people start getting fired. And then we see that old girl has a proposal for this great TV show, kind of like a TRL or 106 in Park, right? And so she pitches it. She ends up getting her idea stolen, and I'm not going to continue to tell the rest because I don't want to tell you what happens in the movie. A woman tells her that she needs to get her hair done, honey, because her hair needs to be flowing. All her girls need to be free flowing, child. When she said that, that took me out. Okay, I'll save the second part of this review for spoilers. So I thought overall that it was a funny movie. It took you on a little journey. Like I said, they have a mythology behind, you know, who this is and why is the hair killing people and X, Y, and Z. So if you just want something to watch with your friends, something that you can identify in Black culture, I kind of feel like it's like an ode to those movies of the 80s. It's not like it's supposed to be bad in the ways that it's bad. So it's bad on accident. It's bad like that on purpose. It's trying to, you know, allude to those movies of that time where, you know, the cinematography wasn't the best and the effects wasn't the best, right? So take it as what it is. It's satirical. And like I said, just because it makes a statement, it doesn't mean it makes a statement about you, okay? But overall, I thought the movie was cute. It was, you know, cute made. The plot wasn't that deep, you know, but I thought the cameos from everybody was really cute. They had a lot of cameos from Usher, from Kelly Rowland, Lena Waithe, and it goes on and on. So they had a lot of cameos in this movie, which I thought were really, really good. And like I said, it's just something you can watch, you can kind of laugh at, you can reflect on, because I did identify with some parts of the movie, like when you get a weave and it's really painful, okay? Or when you're natural and people are staring at you like you're crazy, okay? I've been both of those girls. I thought it was a cute movie. Is it like a cinematic masterpiece? Absolutely not, okay? Some of the choices that she made in the movie, I absolutely didn't understand. Some of the things like the whimpering and whining and crying of the main character sort of got on my nerves after a while. I was just like, girl, why don't you just go home and lay down, sis? Like, lay down. But overall, if I think you should watch it, yes, I think you should watch it. Now, if you want to stay around, we're going to get into spoilers. So, some things I really liked about this movie were, I liked the costume design. I liked the way it looked. It really gave me 1989 or whatever year it was, 84, 85, whatever year it was. It gave me a cute look for that time. I thought everybody looked really, really good. Some of the things I identified with in the movie was when she was getting her hair braided and how it hurts. Now, nobody's getting no weave and getting your hair bleeding like this to the point where it's bleeding and nobody ain't gonna stop and say something. Like, at the point where your scalp is bleeding, that was a little unreal, but it was a horror movie, so it's supposed to be exaggerated, right? So we're exaggerating the experience. Like I said, people get wigs and weaves and all of that for different reasons, and even in the movie, we point out with Edna's character, in a perfect world, women can just wear their hair wherever they want to. I feel like living in America, everybody in the world basically has been, you know, brainwashed to a certain extent by white supremacy. We think certain things are beautiful. That's why people lay their edges. That's why people, you know, still do things to appear polished and put together to look, you know, more whatever is the society says that's the norm, right? So I agree with that. But I also, on the other side, I am a natural person. I have natural hair, and so I like to change my hair sometimes, and I don't want to damage my hair. I could absolutely not do this to my hair without damaging it. So I could just put on a wig. I can change the way I look. I can wear a weave. I can go on vacation. I don't have to worry about combing my hair. I don't have to worry about the maintenance that I have to do. So that's just my personal choice. But I do understand being a slave to something, because before I went natural, I had weaves all the time. I used to change my hair all the time, and it does get to the point sometimes where you feel like you have to get this or you're not cute anymore, or you have to have this on your head, or you don't like the way you look without it. Now, that's not for everybody, okay? It don't apply, let it fly, okay? So, you know, that was for me in my personal journey. I came to a point was like, I'm going to stop wearing, you know, weave, because I want to be feeling good about just wearing my own hair and just be confident wearing my own hair with no problems. And to this day, that's how I am. So I might put on wigs or weaves, and I still enjoy them and I still wear them, but I also wear my own hair, and I enjoy wearing my own hair, and I feel just as confident wearing my own hair out. So, you know, but I also feel that people need to do what works for them, and, you know, minding your business works. That's all I'm saying, okay? Back to the movie.
Hair was killing everybody, y'all.
A boyfriend broke up with her. She, you know, was about to lose her job, basically, but she pitched the show, and so Vanessa Williams ends up stealing her idea. And so she tells her, you need to get a weave, basically, girl. My girls need to be free-flowing, honey. That weave need to be flowing in the wind. So she sends her to Laverne Cox, who tells her to get, you know, this hair came from India. She like, girl, don't worry about it came from, just worry about where it's going, okay? So she gets the weave. We see this really painful weave process. And as she gets the weave, we hear the voices whispering and things is going on, and she faints. She wakes up. Her clothes is laid for the guys, honey. It's just as flesh to the skin as can be, baby. That's when things start to happen. So basically what's happening, what I could see, is that if the hair don't like you, or you try to cut the hair will try to kill you, or the hair is like positioning her to get everything that she wants, but the hair is like killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, at some point I was like, girl, maybe you just need to go home and just lay down, sis, like, and drink some tea, girl. Because every time you go see somebody, baby, they end up dead. So the first person they killed was her landlord. Now the landlord deserved to get killed because he tried to R-word her baby. So he climbed on top of her, and he was trying to get it. And I mean, it was vulgar. And so the hair came out, and the hair said, you know what I'm saying? That hair said, and choked his ass. I said, wait a minute. Hair got him, and then after that, she just like threw the body out the window. Now that was unrealistic as hell in the movie. Like, all these dead bodies just showing up, ain't nobody saying nothing. Okay, so the police saw his body or whatever. They ain't even talk to her. They didn't even question her or anything. She goes to work. Like I said, it's a series of events. I didn't take no notes, y'all, so we just going off the dome. So, series of events happen. She ended up killing Julius. Julius is the boyfriend, or the fake boyfriend situationship, you know, that broke up with her, and he ended up dating Zora. Now he's dating Vanessa Williams' character, who is her boss. So, they end up, you know, he tells her, listen, she's controlling, she's this, she's that. So they end up sleeping together again. And when they're sleeping together, she's like the best you ever had. You see that early in the movie, Kelly Rowland's character, she plays like a fake Janet Jackson. And so, you know, her eyes are like golden, they're like yellow or whatever. So this happens to her. We can see the hair, as you know, coming out, is going every time. And prior to that, the hair had whipped around. You know, it had whipped around. few times. You know what I'm saying? You know, the hair killed him. And then so she's running around now trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And we see that Vanessa Williams, like, it's like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but this is some killer hair. They figure out, okay, what are we gonna do? She's like, it's just hair, it's just hair. She goes to cut the hair, child. The hair killed her, child. The hair killed Edna down to the beauty salon, killed the beauty salon lady, and the other lady who was just
minding her business, baby, just doing her client. Okay, that's all she was doing, baby. And the hair just killed everybody. I said, wait a minute.
the hair is sucking up, child. Listen. Everybody was talking and laughing, and the scene started happening where she killed everybody in or where the hair killed everybody in the salon, and everybody started talking like, oh shit. Oh, I said, oh my God, oh. Woo. My goodness. There's like a mythology behind this. Basically, it's like a woman with the willow tree, with the moss tree, the moss head woman. That's what it is. And you know, she all she needs is the blood, enough blood from you to take over your body or whatever. So like she's getting the blood from killing people or whatever, because she even takes the girl menstrual blood at some point. I said, ooh gosh. And so whatever the lotion is they put in their hair have like those certain products in it. And so it like feed it. But that's why earlier Vanessa was like, it's not enough, huh? You using the pink lotion, but it's not enough. So which was super weird. The thing killed everybody, baby. The hair done killed everybody, child. She goes to the job. She runs into Lena Waithe's character, and they going to go up the elevator or whatever. Well, she go get in the elevator, and the hair is just like chasing her all over. It has become, you know, Vanessa Williams done came back as that same creature from the book. Chasing her all over the building, you know what I'm saying? She going to the stairwell, and it's like everybody is there, Lena Waithe, and then she run into Lena Waithe later on. She like, girl, I was pretending, girl, to be a zombie with the bitches because I ain't want them to take me in, girl. But right when they think she gonna get away, her friend Sandra, because she convinced her friend Sandra to get a weave or whatever. So she convinced her friend Sandra, and you know Sandra just done take Lena Waithe, girl, and just done sucked her little brain out or whatever, child. It was a mess, honey. She ran through the building. She finally got to a studio. So she locked herself inside the engineer part of the studio. And so she goes under the desk and she sees a gun. She pulls the gun out and she goes to shoot them, but realizes it's just a lighter. But then for a second, cling, she thinks, because earlier in the episode, Kelly and, you know, Usher and Kelly, you know, they boyfriend and girlfriend. So Kelly was acting crazy. He was like, you know, she been acting crazy. He saw her like, or she saw her like in the hospital or saw her somewhere. And her hair was messed up. She was like, when she tell you don't get it wet, like don't get it wet. So she realized don't get it wet. And she light up the thing, lights the hair up, the hair gets wet, you know, they quivering. She's done. She cuts all the hair out of her head. She's free of the horrible demon of white supremacy and having straight hair and conforming. Okay? And we see her with some Shea Moisture. No, I'm playing. Then we see her, you know, getting herself together. She's getting ready to move. We see that weave is becoming more popular now. You know, people are going in and out the house with weave. Even her sister got a weave. She moved back in with her parents or her sister or whatever. And her sister was like, girl, I'm about to go to such and such place. I can't come tonight, girl. I ain't never got in. I'm going to get in tonight. She's like, no, Lena. So overall, I thought it was a cute movie. Like, it wasn't scary, y'all. It wasn't that scary, but it was cute, though. It was cute. Another movie that I want to talk about is called His House. This movie, I'm definitely not going to give any spoilers on because I want you guys to watch it for yourself. This is the Netflix movie, and it has the character, the woman who plays Ruby. I'm going to put her name in the video because I do not want to butcher the pronunciation of this woman's name. She is a wonderful actress, and so she is in this movie, and there's a young man in the movie as well, and they play a couple that is from the Sudan, and they are escaping, and they're in an asylum in England, and so they've been assigned to live in this place. And it's kind of like a project or a home, you know, a temporary housing. But they're allowed to get an allowance, but they cannot get a job or supplement their income anyway. They're supposed to basically put their heads down and try to reacclimate themselves to society. So we find out through the house that they're living in that the house is haunted, that something has followed them from where they came, and we find out why something has followed them as we watch through the movie, and we watch one of the characters deteriorate as a result of this. And at the end of the movie, there is some resolution at the end of the movie, which I enjoyed. So what I want to tell you is that this movie is very good. It is very scary, and it is very interesting how guilt and survivor's remorse plays a part in our lives, especially for two people who do things that you're not gonna like as a viewer, and you don't find out until, you know, the third act of the film. It really turns in the third act, because you root for them, and then you're ashamed of them, then you're upset with them, and then you end up rooting for them again. So, you know, it's a good movie. It is a scary movie, but it is a Black film that we should support. Like I said, I really am liking the way that shows are tying in like human emotions, grief, like The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor. You know, this show, like a lot of human things, you know, that happen. So the supernatural is scary, but it's even more scary when it's tied to things that you've done, decisions that you've made, you know, haunting and scary things that you wish you regret and you wish you wouldn't have done. So if you have not checked out this movie, please check it out. It is on Netflix's top 10, I think. And so it's an awesome movie. Like I said, just full of jump scares, full of scares, like super good. And yeah, you guys check that out. So I hope you had a happy Halloween. And I'm going to take this hair off before it chokes me to death. All right, y'all. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.